Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
We are live and we are good. My only problem is I didn't have the microphone on. Welcome everybody. Can you hear me? Everything good? Welcome to the second edition of the Community Pulse. Thank you all for coming out again. I'm really excited with the co-host that we have tonight, which is none other than JJ Masterson, known as Folk Punk. And we have the newest, latest sensation in our YouTube communities, and that's Crimson Crux. I'm so excited. I had an opportunity to talk to them off stream the other day with Folk Punk and a little bit tonight, and all three of us are excited. Thank you again, everyone, for coming out. This is... like I said, I'm going to try to stay consistent with this stream. It's really important for me to feel that I'm giving back to the community. This is all about the new artist streams that have passed, things that I've missed that I'm getting help from the co-host to get caught up on, and I figure I'll just share that with you. I do have a bit of a shoulder issue, which I'm not going to get into because, again, it's not about me. So I was trying to type earlier, and that didn't go so well. So I'm going to just sit here and yap, do what I do best. And I'll slowly catch up to saying hello via live. Rich New Designs, Feisty Feather, Angela Tanzer, The Felcro, Mike and Don, Perpetual, Platypussy, Eleni, Snooks. All right, let's... I want to get started by introducing some of these, what I call the core channels that I feel has helped me through my YouTube journey, and I'm sure many of you out there feel the same way. And let me start off by introducing Folk Punk to the stage. What's going on, brother?
Not too much. Enjoying a beautiful day here in Wisconsin, so it's only getting better now.
What is it, in the 60s there?
Yeah, mid 60s, blue skies, sun. It seems like it's June.
Awesome. Yeah, we're not quite there today. I'm not going to try to do the math, but tomorrow's supposed to be 15 degrees Celsius here, so I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Math has never been one of my strongest attributes. So the volume, everything is good. I want to welcome the newest member of the YouTube community. We just met the other day on Metalhead Hippie's channel. Hello, Jeff. I saw you out there. Thank you for coming by. He is on the phone, so he's not going to be able to chat with us. But it's I'm going to attempt to pronounce the name. It's Herman Le Servus. I hope I said that right. But welcome to this amazing community, Herman. We really appreciate you right off the hop. If you won the Metalhead Hippie over, who's got tough skin, you won us all over. Welcome to our amazing community. Hello, pal. What's going on? Together We Are Family is another great station I will mention next week. And yeah, let's take it. DJ Big Red, what's going on? I want to start off by mentioning some of these big channels, and then we'll get right into talking with JJ. I want to start off with mentioning, I'm going to turn on this light because I can't read. All right. Pete Johns, he's got Studio Live weekdays at 7 p.m. now that daylight savings times is happening now, and I think it changes again, but for now it's 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Studio Live is all about helping you create, record, and release your best music. Gives you tips, tricks, and tutorials to help you with home recording. Believe me, I've used quite a few of those when I started going live. A Samsung little gadget that you plug into your cell phone is really cool. Whether it's GarageBand, iPhone, iPad, or any other software on your Mac or PC, Pete's got a lot of tutorials on how to. He'll show you that you don't need to spend the most money, the most expensive gear to record the great sounds. And believe me, he's right. I know a few people in the community who are doing some pretty amazing production work through an iPhone. Don't ask me how. I won't say face chat, but I forgot to ask what it really was called. FaceTime? FaceTime. And then the show where I met most of you and most of the streamers in this community was the YML, Your Music Live. To all you new listeners out there, Angela, Tanzer, and I seen this week there was quite a few. Please feel free that if you have any music, you can submit it to any one of these streams that I'm going to be mentioning. Your Music Live is on every Sunday at 6 p.m. If you go to the channel link that's in the description below, you'll be able to fill out a form and submit a track. He will take cover songs. There is a spot in the show where they have all covers, and other than that, it's all unsigned indie artists playing and releasing original music. We've got the Ham Show. I saw Chad in here. I called him the newbie last week. That's it. Newbie is over. Rookie of the Year. He has won. He's now part of this amazing community that we have. Once again, he won me over with the respect that he gives all the big boys in this community that have been around for a while. He's an amazing person. Chad is streaming every Saturday at 3 p.m. Let me know if that's changed due to daylight savings time. I like the 3 p.m. because there's a lot of these streaming channels that a lot of people aren't able to attend to being in Europe. This one here at 3 p.m. allows those in Europe because I guess that would be 9 p.m. theirs. It gives them a good three hours to watch it, but it is Saturday night, so I'm sure they can stay up a little later. Once again, you can submit your tracks to be considered for the show. Just go to his channel and you'll get some more detail about that. If you have any questions, you can email me for any of these streams, and I'll help wherever I can. We got Homegrown Indie Live, hosted by Mr. Ron Ward. Love this man. It's a real fun stream. Every Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Again, all these times are Eastern Time Zone. And I'm not sure if he's up and running for Thursday, but I'm going to say yes. So keep your eye out for Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And that comes just before 15th Bend. Once again, you can go to the website. You can fill out a form. There's a link in the description of his site. Fill out and submit the form, and you'll be added to what we all know as the master list. And I wish I had the voice effect that he has. If you show up in the chat, he will do the best he can to push it through sooner rather than later. On Wednesdays, you got the You Rock show. I think that was the second time I got to see Crimson Crux, which we're featuring as an artist tonight. He's on every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Again, these are one of the big 5 streaming channels that have my utmost respect. He, like the Hippie, he sits for about 5 hours. It's a long stream, which means we get to hear a lot of our music. I guess Chad's is a long stream as well. I should have mentioned that. So there's a lot of room to get your track in. I like the way Thomas gets into detail and describes each song, and every description is so different. He takes a lot of time and thought into really listening to what we're putting out there. Not like me. You'll see most of you know that. Very cool. Well done. Yeah. Again, a lot of new artists are coming out of his channel. You can fill out and submit a form, just like you do YML and Ron Ward's. Submit a form, and he'll do the best that he can to add it within that same week. But if you're submitting the form on a Tuesday, chances are it's already filled because he's got quite a few people in the stream. And here's my man, Metalhead Hippie. Hosted by Jeff. He's in the... I think he said he was on his phone, but he's impressing me if he is, because he's keeping up with the chat. Jeff has a couple amazing shows. Every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, he's got the Global 907. It's probably the most popular show within our communities. Plays only originals on that Friday. From unsigned indie artists, like most of us, from all around the globe. On Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, he's got what he calls the Hippie Musicians Montage, where he plays original music from unsigned indie artists from all around the globe, but does give priority to those sponsor his channel, such as myself. I sponsor all these channels, and I'm proud of it. I think it's really important for us to support these channels. It's what grows our channels, and I'm not one of those who believes in not letting the big fish grow, because I'm from the old school. The bigger the big fish get, the bigger we get. So we all grow together and we'll help each other. His stream runs for about 5 hours, plays a ton of music. Many new artists are coming out of that channel. I can't wait to hear Herman, some of his stuff, and because it gets pretty late here in my time zone, so I'm only there for a couple hours on Sunday. You can, if you go to Jeff's channel, Metalhead Hippie, In the description, you'll see his email address. Once again, if you have trouble finding this, you can send it to me. How you doing, Lars? You can send me an email, and I can send the song on your behalf. Yeah, so you can get his email. Just send it to him. Let him know what area you're from, because he lines everything up. Believe me, he spends a lot of time. His channel runs by regions. So it starts at 4 p.m. He starts off in Europe, so that way it'll be, 10 p.m. there. This way a lot of the indie artists from that region are able to listen to what they've put out and other indie artists around them. And then he jumps over to the what he calls crosses the pond from England into Canada. And it lets us Canadians, it's usually around 6 p.m. our time here. It's right about the time I do get home from work, so it's very well thought out. And I appreciate everything Jeff does for so many in these communities. And then he jumps over to the eastern part of the U.S. and then on to the west coast. So it works out really well for many of the indie artists, where they get to hear the music that they're submitting, get to see the feedback, which is always really cool. We got how-to app on iOS, and that's none other than Jade Starr. This channel has it all. She covers how-to and demos with the latest gears and apps, interview with indie artists and music professionals, every Thursday at 5 p.m. But I think that's changed now. No, it is 5 p.m. Yeah. Thursdays at 5 p.m. I was honored to be one of those being interviewed by her. I was nervous as hell, but she made it so easy. I was so relaxed within the first 10 minutes of getting the interview started. It was a lot of fun. I know she's starting up. This Thursday she has another interview lined up with Gary Hubbs. We'll talk about it a little later. I do have that mentioned in the next portion of this show. She has a strong focus on mental health and well-being. Jade, she's just an amazing individual. She has a lot of special events, such as music promotions. She helped promote the Music for Life charity album. That was her longest stream ever. I think she finally got to feel what Thomas and Metalhead Hippie and Chad, what they go through. Yeah, it was a long stream. She did really well, and we raised quite a bit of money for that. JJ will put up a link a little later also for that. I threw in here Indie After Dark. She's quickly become one of my favorite personalities in YouTube, hosted by Independent Many United, a personality that I consider the glue of our communities. She is one of the biggest supporters and appears to be present at almost every channel out there. There's not one of you out there that cannot say she hasn't been on your channel. She's just an incredible person. I don't know how she does it. Sometimes I think I'm insane for being on so many, but I don't even come close to what how her reach, let's say. She is one of my main mods. She's helped my channel out a lot, so I do respect everything she does for me, for 15th Bend, and for many others out there as well. Her show is designed in such a way where she's created a new little show where it used to just be talk, open panel, but now it's designed in such a way where the first hour, the first part of the show, is she'll play she'll play our live indie music. If you show up, she'll play it, and it's a pretty cool crowd to be introduced to, because most of the members in her community in the chat aren't musicians, and that's really where I want to be, to expose some of my music. And she also has an open mic and allows people to come on and play live. I know I have a few times. I know Mr. Smith has, definitely 15th Bend, Blue, I was going to say Blue Unicorn. I was going to say Blue Rodeo. I was listening to their song earlier. And on the second half, she has an open panel with conversations on current events or just anything that comes up. And my man, 15th Bend, comes to Thursday night, Indy Music Rollercoaster. And there's many reasons why they call this a roller coaster. Yes, I'm kind of favoring 15th Bend because he's become a really good friend. He lives pretty much just down the street, and we meet often in person, typically with myself, Hetriani, and him. It's a lot of fun, nothing but laughing, and it's just one of those afternoons where the hour drive back home is just, just continuous laughing, and you think back, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm so glad to have met both of these guys. So 15th Bend hosts this stream. He's also a brilliant guitarist, incredible musician, does his own productions. I don't need to say this, but there is a few people in the chats that I know are relatively new to a lot of these other communities. Basically, he hosts the wildest and fastest of the streams. You blink once and you've missed a lot of the chat. It's every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Plays music from unsigned indie artists from all around the globe, as do the other channels. His stream runs, I think, for about 4 hours. Sometimes I know he has gone for 5 hours. A lot of new artists coming out from his channel. He does an amazing job of. There's so many supporters out there that aren't even musicians. So it's another really cool avenue to go to, and it's a really good feeling when you get some feedback from some of these supporters. Once again, you can submit a link of your track, and he'll do the best he can to play through it. He is meticulous on the quality of production, which is really cool, and which is what makes his stream different from others, let's say. I really enjoy the quality of music that comes out of that channel. Sorry, I'm just reading through. Priority is always given to those, once again, those who sponsor and support his channel. Not that it's a fee for service, because he will certainly play any new artist that is out there. But like I said, with all these indie artists, these streaming channels that have brought me to where I am, I'd be a fool if I was to tell you that I did this on my own. Who's going to listen to my music if it weren't for these gentlemen out there? And the exposure that we get, and everything just branches off from these core individuals. And I thank you all, and I can put this away, and I hope I did a better job than last week introducing my faves. So, Camp G, how you doing, buddy? All right. 15th Bend, folk punk. I'll let you talk. Why not?
Well, I think you did a very nice job there, Frank. That was very complete, and you give a lot of kudos to everybody around, and that's one of the things that makes you such a special person. You're always lifting people up, and that's
Thanks,
awesome,
brother. Thanks, Nooks.
Yeah. So I
hey, Dominic.
Pretty excited about our special guest today. It's not just the music that I've heard from them, but their backstory, and it's just sweet.
That is cool. You know what I'm gonna do? I really I know it was a surprise to you. Like I mentioned about 15th Bend, that we get to meet live in person, and we have a great time. Folk punk, I think I talked to on through StreamYard and FaceTime. Pretty sure it's called FaceTime. I think I got it right this time. And but mostly through StreamYard, and we spend a couple hours usually every third or fourth day. And it's really, his friendship is really important to me. And wouldn't you know it, the first edition, his is the song I don't shout out. And he had just released a song, but I was away on holidays, and forgive me. So I do want to start off this, before we introduce our featured artist. Here's a song that came out about 9 or 10 days ago. And tell me a little bit about it before I hit play.
So what's funny is this song, I Love You Honey, was a song was usually a live song, performed live. And
I can see that.
We had tried a studio track ages ago, but I had forgotten about it completely. And my buddy Lance, after we did the release of the Stones Like Clouds album for the charity of Teen Cancer America, he actually sat down and did a producer's cut where he remastered and remixed everything like he had wanted to do for 20 years. And he actually added some little sound collages in, and he added a new song. So he came down, drove 3 hours from where he lives down here, and brought this really nice DAC, super high-end DAC, and played it right through his laptop computer off his door, and super high resolution. And he came to this song, which I was not even remembering we had recorded, and definitely wasn't in my mind as part of the album. And my face kind of was disrespectful to all the work he had put in. I couldn't help it. But it's a song that I think is a live song more than a studio song. It has an energy when it's played live, and we used to use 2 drum kits, 2 drummers at the same time, which really added to it. But this isn't bad, and I feel sorry for what I had shown on my face when Lance played this for me, because it is pretty good.
All right. Well, let's hear it. I Love You Honey.
Does the earth love the sky?
Thank you, Frank.
I did it again. I love your music. I love everything about what you write. It's just amazing music, and well done. Thanks,
Thank
buddy.
you. Thank you,
Really
man.
appreciate it. Looks like everybody else loved it out there. Welcome to all the guys, people that have just shown up. Once again, I'm really sorry. I tried to type a few things, and my elbows, my shoulders, not doing so well. So I'm gonna try not to. Hello, Independent Many United. Great to see you. So let's carry on with this show because I've got our featured artists in the back, and then I'm going to bring him in. We'll talk a little bit, and then we're going to talk about some of the events that have happened in the past week and carry on from there. Let's
Sounds good.
introduce Crimson and Crux. Let's do this. Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Tanya. Hi, Nate.
Frank, the legend Terzo, AJ, Mr. Late for Dinner. How are we doing, guys?
Doing well, doing well,
You
doing
notice the
well.
lighting is a little bit better and I don't look as fat. It's because Mrs. Crux came home and adjusted the lighting the right way. So
There you go.
That's right.
Looks
That's right.
great. Looks great. How you guys doing today?
well, I'm good. She just came back from Zumba, so I mean, she's got her workout in. You know, I've just been eating potato chips.
There you go.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm so glad you both agreed to coming out this week, and you can thank Mr. Folk Punk. As you know, we get I bring on a co-host, and the co-host has everything to say as to who he would like as the featured artist. And I mentioned your name, and he's like, "Oh, it has." He had already had a whole list of things he had researched on, and yeah, it was pretty amazing. And I told him, "Yeah, the same, man. I was on all over
you
the
guys-
Spotify channel, and you're just amazing artists." And again, I don't want to say this is an interview because that's a job for Jade Starr. I mean, nobody interviews.
By the way,
like
Jade,
she does.
amazing voice. I caught
I
a couple minutes of the stream. I think I forgot what I was doing, but I think Jade was covering some Pete, and I blown away. I absolutely made Jade amazing voice.
Oh yeah.
And Jade has an amazing voice. She can sing heavy metal, death metal. She can sing beautiful
Yeah,
piano, just piano and voice. It's incredible.
I need proof. I need some death metal proof there. So Jade, you and me.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. There you go. I'm sure there's so many artists out there that have already had thoughts of collabs, and this is just an amazing community. You're really going to enjoy this, both of you, after meeting you guys over the weekend. I was thrilled. I walked away feeling really good about a new member of this community, and I want to start off with a track because I just can't wait. You sent me 4, and I wrote it down, but
Yeah.
there it is.
I see you, Ed B, DJ, Ed freaking B metal. You
Ed?
rock, man. Petriani,
Yeah,
I see you rock, man. You rock. Good
yeah.
stuff.
There's 2 prolific guitarists.
Blown away,
right there.
man.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it's amazing.
art.
Hello, Pendar, and Zach, another Canadian. All right, this is Hollywood Land, and let's have it here. Listen to this. You released this in 2022.
Yes.
That's pretty amazing. I really love this one. I think it's the first song I heard. So let's listen to this.
Oh, there we are.
Everybody's unmuted except for me.
I almost missed it, but Mrs. Crux kind of overdid it. Yeah.
Rock and cut,
That's
guys.
just amazing.
Thanks,
The
guys.
production, the guitars, the vocals. It's I saw in the chat, and it was lit up. It was incredible song. Tell us about it. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
So Hollywoodland is kind of the proverbial story of Hollywood. And, coming from Southern California, I spent a lot of time in the LA circuit and, playing all of the usual spots, Whiskey and, going to the Knitting Factory down there and, House of Blues and, all of that fun stuff. And, man, it gets, Hollywood is Hollywood. I mean, you go down the street and, we have some friends that own a shop down there called Hot Rock and shop in there for years, getting our clothes and everything there. And they, Kelly, who kind of runs the counter over there, I mean, she had stories of people coming in and leaving like water bottles full of blood on the counter and just all the wild stuff you can imagine there. And so the song is just about that, kind of our experiences, the booking agents, and it's exactly everything you see in the movies. And so I'm like, hey, let's write a song about it.
Glad you did.
When did you move out of Southern California? Was that recently?
3.5 years ago, September 1st of 2020.
So that has a lot of influence on you, having been there for most of your life, being in Southern California.
I was a little fish out of water here. We're in Kentucky, and I just the accents and the bugs in the East Coast and the humidity, and it's we're really blessed. I don't mind being here, but no offense to the East Coast, but I'm a West Coast kid. It's the East Coast.
I grew up in New England, Rhode Island, so I might argue on that.
People are great though, man. I mean, the people are great. A lot of cows where we're at. We almost ran over a Amish family in their carriage, rounding one of the corners out here because the streets are so unbelievably small. Everybody out here is named Yoder. It's yeah. So I mean, it's it's the East Coast, but like I said, the people are great, and just this song is just about home, just our experience there. I mean, just being at Nebo Records right there, on Hollywood, and I think it's Ivar that's not there anymore, and seeing the Capitol Records building right there, and that's probably been 15 years of my life, going back and forth through there. So and we are remixing and remastering this one, so a little different take on it, and so be looking for that soon.
Cool. I
Jeff's,
can't wait. That's awesome. I do want to mention there's I'm telling you, I don't know the number. I apologize to everyone out there that I can't communicate with. There's two things. I can't really type right now, and I don't want to screw up the screen because many of you know me out there. I'm challenged when it comes to doing two things at the same time. But if somebody can put in a number of how many people are out there, I'm sure they're not here to see me and JJ because they've seen our mug for the last 3 years. They're all here to see you. You got Mr. Gary Hub, Queen Bee, Feisty
Queen.
Feathers. Yeah.
Lori up, there's trouble right there.
DJ Big Red, yeah, you got DJ and Lori in the same room, and you got, and then you add Hugh Caldwell. Hello, Mike and Don.
Mike and Don.
They were so excited
So cool
the other day. Yeah, and Bond 75, Kurt Kasprick, and I can't. Can I keep going back?
And I thought
Michael Thompson.
Viv Sparrow.
I saw Viv Sparrow in there, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if you're lurking, come out. Because
Yeah, she's right there. Yeah.
yeah, okay. So JJ showed us, right? Okay, so I have a playlist of
Metalhead Hippie. Yeah.
The Blackmore, Jeff, boom. But Blackmore's
Chris.
Night. I have a playlist. I listened to them for such a long time. And the JJ tells me, and he shows me a video of you singing with them. I'm like, you have got to be kidding. Your voice is amazing. I'm like, I'm like, Frank, you've been holding out on us. I'm like, who this person is amazing. So
She's a treasure.
yeah, Viv,
That
incredible.
ain't me. Yeah, that's awesome. The I'm really glad you both came out here today. There are many
Appreciate it.
amazing artists out there, and I do want to talk about some of the past streams. That's primarily what this show is about. And I do want to throw out some mentions out there. As I mentioned last week, I know there was a few people that had sent me emails saying you didn't mention me. Believe me, this week I've got 27, and every minute and every time I see a different name in there, it's like, oh, I missed one. Oh, I missed one. So we'll start off with the day of the last of the first edition, which was a Monday. Mr. Smith had put out. I don't know. Do you have access to those links there?
Yes, I do.
Folkpunk? So Mr. Smith put out a single. It's called "Slowly Dissolving," with backing vocals from Lynn Cohen, which I don't think any of us know. At least I don't. And it's a really cool track. I love the black and white video. It's amazing tune. I wish I could play them all, but then that would be a 6-hour stream, the amount of mentions I have here. Kid Kane put out another amazing...
Kid freaking
yeah, man.
Kane.
I'm
Yes.
telling you, I've had the privilege of collaborating with Kid Kane, and yes, I made some notes so I don't forget what I want to say. I think we can all agree that Kid Kane is the coolest looking rock star in our community.
Awesome.
He's got the talents and the skills to support it as well. His most recent works include collaborations with Scars and Shadow. There's another new and brilliant artist out there.
Love Scars.
Isn't she amazing?
Yep.
He's Kid Kane just with DJ Lenny, who does all the guitar work for him, just released Never Let Go. Please go
tune.
stop by. Yeah, it's an amazing tune.
Mhm.
Stop by and have a listen to that. Valerie Bott, another brilliant performer. The past week she's posted 3 of her original tracks, such as Out of the Dark, Bittersweet, and Dominoes. She's starting to put them out there, make some videos for. It's pretty amazing work she's doing. Midnight Bandit. He's got. I have one track, and then I put in another track for mention, and then a third one comes out. It's like, okay, so instead I'm just putting out the link for the channel. You really do have to check it out. He's got 3 new releases out there. He's always doing things, amazing things with his channel. He was
Incredibly
live
prolific.
yeah, he was live this morning. I jumped on for a few minutes before I started work. Many of you may or may not know, I don't know, Karen Baldwin. She's an amazing pianist, and I wanted to throw in for shoutouts. She writes and composes some of the most beautiful pieces. You really do have to go out and check out her channel. I would really love for her to submit some music to some of you big streaming artists, and this is what it's all about. Hopefully we can draw in some more people. There's an Italian artist. I thought I was the only one that knew her, but apparently folk punk does too. Andreinaami. She's out of Italy. She's composing some really cool techno, dance, and upbeat originals. Her latest title was Hard Techno Wandering Mind. Reminds me a lot of our very own Colorful Energy, another brilliant artist. You'd really like her channel.
She had a song, Serenity, that was like a perfect morning song.
Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, yeah. One of the most funnest artists in this indie community is Bowstar. I met him on Metalhead Hippie's channel. I don't think there's anyone in our YouTube community that has more fun than Bowstar. Genuine artist out of Ireland. He posts most of his most covers. His last one being "It's All Over Now" by the Rolling Stones. It's really cool. It's really nice to watch some of these artists exposing themselves, and Dave's Music Channel, another artist that I don't think many of us know. he posts a lot of cover tracks and along with dance music videos. They're pretty much all cover tracks, but the amazing thing about this is it's got songs from the 20s, the 30s. What really catches me is those songs in the early 70s when I was about 5 or 6 years old. It just brings me back to sitting in the back of my dad's station wagon and just listening to the AM radio, you know, some
AM radio.
Anne Murray, you know, some old April wine. It's just, and I figures I mentioned 2 Canadians. Sorry, Charlie Gabaldon. Every Tuesday, there's a shout out for him. Together we are family. I'm gonna make sure I shout you out next week. He's got a great karaoke channel going on. Charlie Gabaldon. Every Tuesday at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, he has a new release, and he does mostly covers. This last one I really enjoyed, and I'm sure Live to Fly would really appreciate this one. It's Cats in the Cradle, a Harry Chapin cover.
Wow.
And yeah, it's amazing.
Wow.
He's just an incredible artist. I know he does some live streaming Friday afternoon sometimes. Hopefully, if he's here, he can send me an email. I'm trying to put together a complete catalog with the different categories, whether it's talk, whether it's garden channels. I don't care what it is. Whoever wants to send me, I will put together. And I feel, again, that I owe this to the community. I wouldn't be here today. And maybe I'm just planning for retirement. You never know. Adam Holtz, another artist that I know I've seen in the comments of some of his music that there is a few people that know of his music. There's another great artist. He's been on YouTube since 2020 and has over 1,000 original tracks. Yeah, a lot of pop-ish. It's really cool stuff. Again, we did shout out Scars and Shadows. She came through the 15th Bend community.
Love Scars.
Hit the ground running. I know there was a little story behind that where I think she was just on Spotify and not getting the love that she deserved, the respect, the views, and it's so hard to make it on that. Continues to deliver and post some pretty amazing music. She's relatively new, I think October, somewhere around there, just before Christmas. Dr. Fausto, if you all get a chance, I know Folk Punk is posting these. A gentleman from Italy, brilliant composer, an amazing supporter. He found me through one of my songs. Maybe it was the Italian one I wrote for my mother. Delivers some pretty epic musical masterpieces. I met him in a little community where I met Frank Mel, and there's a few other artists. Marty Klee, brilliant talent. If you just want to chill and listen to some beautiful music, a little bit like Weltenkinder too. It's really good stuff, and I think Weltenkinder is friends with Dr. Fausto as well. We have out of France, Charlie. I'm going to assume it's Charlie. It's Charly. Charlie Tom Stone. She's out of France. On YouTube since 2016, and writes dance, techno, chill, and house music. Another incredible artist that I think we should go check out. Send some love. Let's bring him into our community. Volusion had another release. Welcome back, Volusion. It's been a while since we've heard from her. It was really cool to get her new release called Only You. Jeff did play it on Friday night, and I'm not sure if he played it last night after I crashed. Another great community member, artist. Small Town Girl, I believe I met through Metalhead Hippie's stream out of UK. Fairly new to YouTube. I say in the sense to compare to the other ones that have been around since 2016. I came here in 2021. They did as well. She was encouraged by her daughter. I love the story in the description. Encouraged by her daughter to reconnect with her passion for music after raising her daughter. Her daughter felt that her mother should spend some time to reconnect with that passion. I think it's a lovely story.
Cool.
It gets into more,
Cool.
detail.
That's so awesome. I couldn't even
Yeah.
play my original music in the car with my kids. They didn't approve.
Yeah. And she's got a new single, Lonely Road, a collaboration with Bob Clements. I think most of her collabs are with Bob. PJ Colby, definitely wanted to shout out PJ. It's another little all-star cast with JDL, Lord X, Klaus, Rock R4. They have a new AC/DC cover, Have a Drink on Me. I think they did an amazing job with that.
Frank, was that the group that covered that AC/DC? There was I forgot which stream it was on, but
Yeah.
was that was the same group?
That was them. JDL's got that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, he's got some. I
And
mean,
the
I don't think-
musicians, the backing them up is just incredible, eh?
And JDL, you can't say, his voice is X or Y because his voice is the whole alphabet, depending on whatever he's
Sure.
singing.
all I know is covering that group. It was spot on. I mean, I was like just blown away at how accurate those
Yep.
vocals were.
Yeah. And he
Camp
can rap
G.
just
Really
as well.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Then we got No Lake. Again, I think I met No Lake through the Metalhead hippie community. He's got a new release called Wandering in My Mind. Another great artist. Stephen Urich has released, continues to write and post new music. A brilliant artist out of Australia. Joined YouTube in 2009. He has over 6,000 videos posted on his channel.
Yeah, that's like
And,
100 in the last week. He was at 6,500 last week.
My anxiety just rose. When I
Yeah.
heard that is wow.
Yeah. I got 30 and I have a hard time keeping up
I-
with which one
yeah,
I'm going
we're
to
in
send
the-
these guys.
We're in the same boat.
Yeah.
That's putting it
Leroy's
forth.
musical journey is another brilliant artist. Everybody in this community knows Leroy. What did I write before I get overexcited? Released a couple of this week, a couple of new Beatle covers, but I'm a huge fan of his Pink Floyd covers. You got to hear Animals. I know Hippie had a nice little show. I think he played about 4 songs. And it's just incredible. If I could grant a wish and have it come true within the next few weeks, I would love Leroy and 15th Bend to play me a Pink Floyd track. Like, I think that would be the
There it
best
is.
collab, and I hope I can make that happen.
Wish you were here.
The legend
Yeah.
has spoken.
Yeah, Lugubrious. There's another brilliant artist. He shows up a lot on the Metalhead Hippie channel, and doesn't really come out to many other ones. I've seen him up and about a few times, and but he's got a channel that offers some pretty cool improvs. If you're brought up around the same era as I was, you'll really dig his music, the tone of his guitar. A man with a great sense of humor. He ends his description. I read his description, and it was a little long, but he ends it with, anyhow, here's the channel. Hope you dig it. I understand if you move on. Believe me, I can only stand myself for a short period of time. I just love the personalities in our community. I think it's amazing.
He has some
Down to
amazing
earth.
he
Very
has some
down to earth.
amazing technical stuff on his site too. I'm not even sure what he was talking about. It was so far above my head, but wow, he knows his
And
stuff.
his kids are talented as well.
Yes, plays
Yeah.
with his son. Yeah.
Yeah. Lena Music, I have to throw in a couple of Canadians, right? Lena Music is one that I'm pretty sure not many of us in our community recognize. You'll really love what she puts out. She's out of Canada. Lena has been composing, arranging, and producing music of all styles. her latest release being Serenity. There's another one, JJ. She's got incredible music. It's really, I'm trying to get these people, these artists into joining these communities. It's a real treat. The other one I definitely wanted to mention last week and I'd forgotten is Michael Akaziland. He's one of the favorites in our community, especially with Pete Johns and Jade and Thomas Christ and a Canadian artist. He has been on YouTube since 2007. I don't know if there's many that have been on before him. One of the kindest and most respectful of the musicians in our community. An amazing composer who loves to travel and make videos of his travels and incorporate them into the music that he composes. Just a brilliant artist, and he should have wrote down how many he has posted, but he's got quite a bit as well.
Loads. You know, Frank, you were mentioning, I wonder if Serenity is going to be like the 2024 version of Broken from 2023.
Yeah, maybe.
We had like 5 or 6 songs called Broken last year.
Yeah.
And, watch this year, we have a bunch of Serenity. I guess that follows. After you're broken, you have Serenity.
That's right. That's right.
I mean,
So
it follows.
Yeah. So we got. I don't want to forget. We're on number 23 of 27 right now. And then I got another page, but Zio Fender. I met him through 15th Band Community. Amazing guitarist, and of course I love him. He's Italian, and Zio meaning uncle in Italian. He just released a collaboration with CCJ titled Crystal. Beautiful work, incredible guitarist. And I do want to mention Guitar Hack, another Canadian, joined YouTube in 2015. I think he kind of disappeared, or maybe I disappeared from his channel, but I don't think so. But he's back and he's full force. He has streaming channels that talk about music, guitars and gear. His latest video is he does a lot of album reviews. His latest review being, I didn't know Judas Priest had a new studio album out, and he just did a real nice review on it. So you want to check it out. Wow, I heard some of the and I love Judas Priest.
I had it on repeat like yesterday or the day before. It is Halford's vocals are still like it's
that's awesome,
unbelievable.
Chris Lane released track number 37, I think, of a cover from an artist named Frank Terzel. Back in September, if you're not familiar, on Pete Johns has Songtember. And for the first time, I released a song and I made it public, the stems to anybody who'd like them. And a lot of people jumped on 37, I think. And the latest being Chris Lane. He also has released something, I think, last week. And so go check out his channel. Jason Lemansky. I just caught something yesterday. On Hippie's channel. That was really cool. He's got a new release, Helen the Cat. It's an original. And love Jason. You're going to hear him on my new album. I think it's a couple songs away from being released, the video, that is. Leni Perez. Leni! I love that video Hippie played for us. That was beautiful. She's got a cover of Don't Worry Baby. She does a lot of
ukulele stuff,
ukulele
right?
stuff.
I loved it. I think I first saw her on Jeff's channel. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful, Leni.
And she's just an amazing personality. She's out there. Yeah. And, I've got some shout-outs, starting with Dan Anderson. But you know what? I'd like to play another one of your songs. And, of course, it would be right here. Bad Day. And I think you'd mentioned that this is one from the newest album that you had released this Friday.
Yeah, just released this past Friday. Yeah.
Rocks.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's give it a spin, and then we can talk about it. There we go. I did it. Don't forget to mute. Hey, I remembered to unmute.
I literally just did it like 2 seconds ago.
So you guys had mentioned that
That
you
was
do
just
everything.
spectacular.
Oh,
You
man.
do everything in GarageBand.
Yes, and that's because I'm too dumb to figure out Ableton or Pro Tools. So
You couldn't tell that it was done on Garage. I mean, that
Oh,
could have been done on Pro Tools. That was amazing.
things, you know, credit to Pete. Back in 2018, we had our first EP Storyteller, and that was the first time that, I was tired of just wasting money on, budget, and then there's time, and then stress, because of budget and time. And I'm like, you know what? GarageBand was free on the iPhone. I stumbled onto Pete, and I spent more time watching Pete's tutorials than I did mixing the Storyteller album. And then when we did this one, there were a lot of audio unit extensions. There are free ones. There's some great compressors and saturation audio unit extensions on the App Store. And so I just kind of imported those and, again, watched some of the stuff from Pete's channel that really helped me clean up a lot of things that I wasn't hearing on the previous 2 releases. And we didn't have an external microphone either. So it was a matter of, it was a lot of work. So I really appreciate, Pete had pointed out a couple things on the album that I had worked many hours on, and the community here was so great with pointing out things that I spent a lot of time working on. And the key was getting the pop filter in the right spot, and then getting the right mix of compression and using 2 compressors, because one just doesn't, using that second one really tamed the plosives and the sibilants and stuff. So it took a lot of playing with, and what helps is
all him.
What helps is
I don't do anything.
She's a machine. She's a machine. I mean, it's just, she makes editing so easy because her vocals being trained. She hits them on the money every time, and I'm like, this is almost too easy. Like, if anybody else came in, you would see how bad I am at mixing, because she makes it so easy to mix. So, but credit to Pete. Pete played a huge role in learning GarageBand. No, I appreciate that. JJ.
That's incredible. And Tanya, so I was noticing some of the stuff in your room behind you guys, and when I see this video now, all of a sudden it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, everybody's here. Jack and Sally.
I'm a huge Jack Nightmare book fan, and my whole living room is Nightmare Before Christmas.
So is that kind of your side of the Are you the art director kind of on things?
He's the visionary, and I make the things.
We're loosely.
There you go.
With the idea, and he goes, "Can you do this?" And then we do it.
She sews, she paints, she does everything. I'm like, I did
the makeup.
Excellent. Yeah, she did the makeup.
Awesome.
I just write the music, and she brings it to life. So it really makes creating fun.
Whatever you're doing, don't change a thing. It's just incredible.
Oh, thanks.
You guys are a great team, and from what I'm seeing in the chat, everybody's loving what you've put out so far.
We're humbled, man. So humble.
No, I'm telling you, we're so glad to have you in this community. It's always good to get some fresh blood, as Hippie says, and we got to continue to grow. I think you guys produce some pretty amazing music. I'm more like you, Tanya. I let the producer do all the mixing and stuff. Trust me.
If I could, I would, because we did that for years, and I had time, and I'm like, nobody can get inside my head better than my head. So I'm like, I'm just gonna sit down, and the sounds so if you go back and listen to Storyteller, it's really experimental, because we were transitioning from folk to like rock, hard rock, which is my background. And
when I was transitioning from opera to rock very slowly.
Yeah, you can hear that in your vocal for sure. I was gonna ask you.
She's very trained, and like we talked about the other day, her being mezzo soprano, she's above soprano. So if you listen to our first album, Through Diverse Temptations, the vocals are really, that's her tone, that's her natural tone, and you can hear how hard we've worked on bringing those vocals lower to get that kind of chest register, real deeper kind of just hard rock, little grit,
And Fry, we got to do Fry this last time.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you listen to Wake 'Em Up on our new album, or you'll hear me do Fry for the first time. So go listen to that.
I can't wait. Yeah.
Let me have it, because I like the feedback on that.
Excellent.
I want to touch on. This is awesome. Once again, the chat is really appreciative
I'm like you. I
we're
can't
doing here.
multitask. So like I'm focused. Anybody who we're not getting back to right now, like I'm looking at JJ and Frank, and like my brain can't. I can't do both. I can't.
No, and I think the chat appreciates this. This way we get all of you and not just part of you. I see some of these other streamers that are just talking away and they're not even looking at the keys.
Yeah.
Number one is I have to have,
I can't type without looking at the keyboard.
you know, like this.
I can't separate.
So-
like I'm right now. I mean, I'm engaged with Frank and
Yeah,
and
no,
you,
I'm all about cut and paste. If you can see my screen,
Yeah.
I've got a cut and paste for every little emoji out there.
Shortcuts is how within temptation. I see
Shortcuts
that. Michael.
is
Yeah.
the story of my life. It's got me in trouble a few times too. I want to I've got a little section that I introduced this week to myself, and it's called a little section doing for others.
Hey, Frank.
And yes,
There was one I had added to the new releases. I don't know if you were going to catch it later. The Folk and Blueser.
oh my goodness, yes, Folk and Blueser. Go ahead, fire that up.
Okay.
I forgot the title of it. Just
All the Time?
yesterday. All the time. It was a cover by
Zach Bryan.
yeah, folk and blueser. We were talking in backstage. I consider folk punk and folk and blueser my brothers. Just a amazing personality. Partner with Feisty. If you guys didn't know. Amazing. I'm going to have them on this show 100% shortly. And yeah, shout out to Folk and Blueser and that new cover that he did.
Sorry about that.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, no.
I tried looking him
Thank
up
you.
earlier, and that was extremely hard because the name was it's great, but I was all thumbs trying to type that out, and it was missing every other letter, and I'm like, it took me 10 minutes to type that out to try to
Yeah,
find it. But
yeah,
great stuff. Great stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you're doing a search, there's no spell check, so I struggle with that too.
Yeah.
All right, doing for others. So it's a new little section, and I wanted to start it off with none other than Dan Anderson. So I created this little section because of Dan and everything he does for so many in this community. Even if you haven't gone on to his stream, if you hear something on Metalhead Hippie's channel, which is a big supporter of Dan's, he'll just share it out. And not just share it out, support it. He'll shut it out on his streams. He streams live every day at 1 o'clock. He's just a shredder.
Raucously
and-
positive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Folk Punk had described him the best when I said he's kicking off this new section. How did you describe him?
He has raucous positivity.
Yeah.
You listen to his stream and he's like, yeah, thank you, you guys. He's just so into people and so
And no wonder
it's awesome.
And no wonder Alini supports him so much.
Well,
It's
not to
just-
mention the most beautiful PRS on the internet. Like, I mean,
Right, then he can shred on top of it.
that guitar is gorgeous. I mean, every time I
There
get
you
on,
go.
I'm like, I'm stuck looking at it for like 2 minutes. It looks
That's
so
awesome.
good.
So you're already both feet in with the community. I'm so
Dan's
impressed.
in the chat too.
Yeah, I seen him in there.
Yeah, Dan.
Great to see you,
that's
Dan.
a beautiful guitar, man.
The other doing for others, I wanted to shout out to Michael Lanthier, Wolf 7 Music. I know you do have the link for that. Amazing guitarist, had a couple of new releases this week. He also started a deep dive stream which features indie artists from within our community. I know he's done a feature on 15th Bend, Hetriani, The Boys, and myself. I think there was somebody else. I think he did Development of a Void. Just an amazing guy. He does a lot for many. I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about Four Horsemen, but he does have a project in the works, which is going to include, if I can get a hint out there. No, I better not say anything. So we've got the next one I did want to mention is Jerry Gomes. He released a track called The Guitar Man. Of course, anybody who grew up around our area, David Gates from Bread. I remember as a kid listening to this song on our local rock channel for as long as I can remember, but every day they had psychedelic lunch, and it seemed like if this song wasn't on every day, it was on every other or third day. A great track, but why I wanted to mention and put them into this section is it's just amazing. The smallest things that someone does can have such a big impact. And believe me, this song, when I was a kid, used to make me cry. And I don't know why, but like many other songs, but he actually put a bunch of us guitarists in his video. And it's just a simple little image of me playing guitar, folk punk, Hetriani, so many others, Hugh Caldwell. And it just made me feel so good. And it's amazing. Again, just another reason why.
It's a perfect example of this community. I mean,
Yeah.
where else would you find people doing things like that and shouting out other... It's about cooperation and not competition. I love this place.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
Yeah. So then we got Independent Many United. I can never get say enough about her. I wanted to post her link up there and just give her another shout out and put her under this category for what she does for so many artists. She's brought on so many of her community into our communities, and they genuinely appreciate the music that we're producing. And she's done so much, and she continues to do so much for my man, 15th Bend. The Falcro. Definitely wanted to give Richard a shout out. Richard is a real cool channel. He considers himself a gear geek. I've seen a stream of him repairing guitars, testing equipment, streaming our music, and playing live. He's got an incredible stream. I think it's every Wednesday. Please forgive me. Again, Richard, if you can email me your times. I think it's Wednesdays at 11, if I'm
It's
not
after
mistaken.
you rock, I believe.
It's after you rock, so that would be helpful, Falcro, if you could send me an email. And then Axe and Nachos. Of course, another Canadian we had to throw in. One of the wackiest and funnest of streaming channels you'll ever come across. They consider themselves crazy, funny, love-making originals and remixing songs as well. If you show up in their stream, they're going to just automatically play one of your tracks. They're just great people, great Canadians, typifies what a Canadian is. Trust me, if there was a door to enter their stream, they'd be holding it for you. And that's a true Canadian. I do want to mention a couple new, before I go on to my last page, a couple new album releases. Trentaco has an album release called Mori Astra. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes.
JJ?
Yep,
Was
Mori
officially
Astra.
released the same day you both released yours on Friday, March 8th. And leading into Crimson Crux, who released their album Friday, March 8th. Remember, at the beginning, that video that I prepared has their stream link. I'm so sorry, it's the only page I didn't drag onto here. It's somewhere in my files, and I don't want to ruin the stream. You sent me a bunch of links, so if we can find the Linktree link, Indy, if you can help me find that Linktree link for Crimson Crux. It's got all the channel. They've got an amazing Spotify channel. It's doing really well. I'd like to really continue supporting that. Michael Thompson. We can't forget Michael Thompson. I just love the music he produces. It brings me right back to my favorite time sound in music growing up. He just puts me right back to really, really amazing places and times of my life. This new album called Space Case is out. He's releasing, I think, video at a time. I think he's out there. If If that's the case, I'm not sure if he's on Bandcamp. I don't think so, or else I would have seen it. Or is he? No.
I think he might be.
Okay, well, if he is,
I'll see if I can
post
find
it, and I gotta purchase this album. He's released the 4 songs. I love the title of I Don't Know. That's the most recent. The other one being When Stars Collide. Third one being Latin Lover, and then Burning Out. It's pretty amazing music. I think you all should go check this out. Let's not forget some of the previous releases. 15th Bend, the album's still out there and you can still purchase it. The album titled Feel. Frank Terzo had an album out there. It's called Terzo. You can purchase that too. Russ, 8889, has released an album, Delicate Giants. I just made a note of it to get his to post his channel of Delicate Giants. I was looking for the album. I was looking on Bandcamp, couldn't find it. So hopefully I can get it from him for the next show. Hello, Manny from the Lily Pillies. Great to see you, brother. If any of you remember Prince Prodigal, he's coming back. He's a good friend of mine. I am in touch with him. He's working on an album, and Folkbunt's putting out the link for his channel. He's got some real cool music. And then King of Rockets. I know many of you know who they are. They have an album, and I think daily or every other day they're releasing about 30 to 37 seconds of each track. The album's called Fork the Algorithm. And it's coming out, the whole album comes out April 5th. Once again, if you go to their channel for that link that Folkpunk put out, you can check out 30-second clips of it. I've got a couple more sections which won't take long, but I definitely don't want to... after this stream is Vince Janella. We may run a couple minutes into it because I also don't want to lose what we have going on here. But we do have... I can hear Folkpunk laughing.
I don't know if this is Mike's Bandcamp. I made a mistake a couple weeks ago, and I threw a Bandcamp link for Pendar, thinking, there's got to only be one Pendar, and there wasn't. It was the wrong Pendar. So this may be the wrong. This may be the wrong Mike Thompson.
I think
that being said,
I think Mike's in the chat, so I saw him earlier anyway. So
it said Minnesota.
Leela, what's going on?
So I apologize if that's the wrong Mike.
Yeah. All right. Where was it? Oh yeah. So back to Crimson Crux. So the next song that you both sent me was "Kiss in the Dark," and once again I incorporated it into a little video, so I don't have to get in and out of this because I know I'll screw something up.
I think this one might be Bad Day because I think the previous one was Kisses that played.
Oh, did I reverse the name? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Okay, so this one, Kisses in the Dark was January. No. Yeah.
Bad Day was January.
Okay,
Kisses was...
February.
I don't even remember my own release.
February.
February.
Was it around Valentine's Day?
It's not just you, Frank. I mean, I wrote the stuff. I released it, and I can't even remember when I released it.
It's all right. I'm just fortunate that everybody knows me out there. All right, let's do this. Crimson Crux, everyone.
Oh, I almost forgot to mute.
Hell yeah. Wicked. It's so
Thanks,
amazing. I love
And that,
the
one, and that one was black and blue. So
told you.
Sorry, my headphones flew off.
yeah.
Oh, that was black and blue.
Okay, wait. JJ, does everyone here know about that video? I mean, we're newcomers, but does everyone-
I think most people know.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
because I was in tears watching that, and the hair.
I saw you both laughing. I'm thinking, okay, they're not laughing at me.
Why do you think we're not wearing headphones? Like it's
I got to get a big like sweatband to put around,
Oh,
a headband. Keep it
God. And like you never missed a step. It was just like you kept rocking out, and like the headphones
Start to
didn't exist.
finish. Yeah.
That song rocked. Your song there rocked. That my headphones flew even further on that one.
When you commit, you commit. I mean, you committed to that.
Yep, no going back. Great.
Yeah,
tune.
that's amazing.
Well, thanks everybody in the chat. Thank you again. We don't get to everybody. You guys are great. It's so humbled. Like so, we're so humbled.
Cannot believe that came out of GarageBand. Holy.
Neither can I. I mean, it's. I mean, really. I mean, I. All I know is I prayed. I went, Lord, give me the bright, the wisdom to do this, and He did. I mean, we sat back and listened to it, and I'm like, I feel like Steve Burke. I'm like, did I do that?
So I want to, before we go, we still have one more, and it's quite obvious that I screwed up the order when I created the video, but we'll get through it.
Like Leela said, it doesn't ruin the music game.
It's
exactly. It's all good.
I know we can guess what the next song is, right?
By process of elimination.
That's right.
If we somehow get a different song title in this one, I'm like, yeah, it's.
Yeah, then there's no hope. Wait a second. Now that you said that, now I'm under pressure. I think it's Bad Day coming up, right? Right?
What?
Bad Day coming up?
It could be at this point. I don't know what's next. I mean,
all right, it's a surprise.
It could be.
I'll leave your mic on and you can introduce it when it starts.
Yeah.
Pretend like we're at a Grateful Dead concert and try to call it out in the first notes.
I know, right? I feel like a water boy, or like, oh, we suck again.
Yeah. So there's a couple more mentions. Upcoming, a section called Up and Coming. Again, I'm titling these sections, so if anybody has anything special coming up, please feel free to email me. I sent you a DM earlier, Folk Punk. Up and Coming, Jade Starr. Thursday, don't forget, there's she has an interview. She started a new series on the How To app on iOS where she does interviews. This is a new series. The Creator interview Rewind, where she brings back the past creators that she's interviewed to find out what they've been up to since the last interview. Next episode, she'll be catching up with our Canadian, the Riff Master, the pizza slice enthusiast, Gary Hubbs. It's going to be awesome. That's Thursday. And Leela's out there. I think it is 5 o'clock. Hey, Brad, what's going on? And then we got, we can't forget Camp G-May on Saturday nights. But he has a Funk Fest on April 6th. I'd love to see you grab that acoustic and join this. You can check out this Saturday. Brad does go live this weekend. He does every other weekend. So I think he goes live at 10 o'clock this week. I know times have changed. And so he's on for an hour, and you can go check out Camp G. He has a Funk Fest coming up on April 6th. 25 artists from all around the world. One virtual funk stage. Funk, I'm not sure why I'm on that card, but I'm on it. It'll be co-hosted by Kurt Kasprick, he's in the chat. I know I saw him earlier. There are still some spots available. Blue Unicorn, Axa Nacho, Hugh Caldwell. He got his whole setup set up, and he's ready to rock. Al Sanchez and so many more. are going to be on that card. It's going to be pretty cool. I've got a few mentions before we get into talking a little bit. And again, I don't want to interfere with Vince Gianella's stream.
Frank, the answer
Yeah.
to the question you sent me was no, not yet.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Because I wasn't sure. I know it was on here. If you can prepare that link.
Yep.
Some mentions: Scapular Winging Records, Brock Ruggles. He's got some pretty amazing stuff on his channel. A lot of people don't know Nora's guitar channel. It's got some guitar tutorials. He'll play through a song. You just see his hand moving. It's got the chords and you get to listen to it, and it's got the lyrics. It's a pretty cool way to learn some new songs. Actually, I followed through because I don't do a lot of covers. I only do 2. I'd like to mention 3 of the karaoke artists. I know Mandar and Pendar is in the chat. Miss High, Joe Norman, and Mandar and Pendar. Pendar's channel is going to be linked. They have some pretty cool karaoke events. Aside from Mandar and Pendar being brilliant artists, those are 3 definite channels I wanted to mention this week. Michael Songs goes live Sundays and Wednesdays. Brian's Drum Cave. Again, I don't know if many of you are familiar with it. Go check him out. He does some pretty cool drum stuff with covers. I think you'll really enjoy it. JacksonPierce. I know many of you do know JacksonPierce. He does a lot of music reactions. He's an artist himself. CC Karaoke, again, another great Canadian. If you're looking for any karaoke tracks, he's got a karaoke channel. He supplies a lot of karaoke tracks to a lot of these channels. Really great guy, Chris, another good Canadian. A good Italian boy, Federico Bortuzzi. He's Borluzzi, sorry. I posted a link. This guy's really cool. He does a lot of fun stuff. He's out of Europe. He travels across the U.S. He's always somewhere different, it seems like every 3 weeks.
If anyone out there is Canadian of Italian heritage, you've just struck the gold.
She just put my pronunciation. Shh, Lori. The Jay Jordan channel, amazing channel, a lot of fun. This guy's got so much energy, he'll just bounce on the ball for 4 hours and sing. Chris Durham Music, every Monday at lunchtime. He's got a nice little 1 hour show. I know I see many of you out that show up there. An amazing pianist. You'll really enjoy that one too. Development of a Void, DOA. What's going on? It's got a great channel. I'm a member of that channel. Most times it's a little late for me, but great guys deserve the support in my books. Empirism. Here's a man full of life.
Clinic.
This is wow.
That's not
His
a clinic.
studio. I've always said his studio should be a museum. It should be like a landmark in Sweden, or is it Finland? Finland, right? It's amazing talent. And then last but not least, before we get into music and then chatting away and then hopefully putting up a link for Vince Gianella so people can go over there and support my buddy. And you being a Randy Rhoads guy, you've got to go check out Vince Gianella and just tell him anything Randy Rhoads and he will play it. And he's got stories. He's met the family. It's amazing. I
got on one of his streams, and he did indeed jam Crazy Train for me.
Oh,
so
beautiful!
He's awesome, man.
Yeah. So I do want to mention Guitar Hack one more time. For a milestone, he's reached 4,000 subs. Very grateful. Put out a post.
Cool.
He was concerned because it kept bouncing up and down, but this time it seemed to have stuck.
The algorithm.
Yeah.
The algorithm did that to us this week, so I understand.
Yeah, me too. I'm down under. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Trentico, reached 1,000 subs, and hopefully, and I'm going to tell you, a lot of these streaming channels have really pushed his channel, and it's just amazing to see that growth. And I've seen it. It's a great talent. He, again, I mentioned the new album, but he's reached 1,000 subs, and I do want to give myself a shout out. I tried something different. If anybody wants to ask me questions about how I can explain it, but this time with my album, I went through Spotify, and I kind of went against the grain what a lot of people were saying. They're backing away from Spotify. Actually went all in and started to submit my album one song at a time to a bunch of curators. And you have to have a thick skin, because as much as not one person in the community said anything bad about any of the songs I've released, I received some shitty reviews. They weren't shitty, but they were like, are you kidding me? What's wrong with my voice? I think I'm better than Robert Plant. No. But I've gotten a whole bunch of different feedback. But the bottom line is, out of the, I'm just going to say a number 10 curators I submitted the songs to, and it's legit curators, obviously.
That's hard. It's hard to get on those.
5 of them said yes. Here's the kicker. I've gotten on to 2 different radio stations, and 22,000 streams from February 12th to now.
Okay,
Most of them being
that
from
is-
the first. So I'm going to continue doing it one track at a time. I sent the second one in, Won't Dance Alone. That's starting to pick up some momentum. I got another write-up from France. And these are write-ups from all over the world. It's pretty cool. Again, though, you have to have thick skin. And if you're submitting to 10 and you get 2, in baseball, people are making millions and millions of dollars with a 250 batting average.
Frank, if you submit to 20 or 30 and you get 2, you're doing really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in that journey with you. I know exactly what you're talking about. We've been doing that forever, and it's not easy.
Yeah. And genres make a difference. It's what I'm starting to notice. I was just sending to everybody. But, yeah, I just wanted to share that. There is hope with Spotify.
And, Frank, we have one person that fits into so many of these categories that we didn't know where to put her to shout her out.
Oh my goodness. Leela.
I mean, from informational to performing to sharing to art to modding on almost every show I ever watched.
She does so many
work. She puts
Oh
in
man.
work.
Yeah. And not like me, like irresponsible 7 minutes into Vince Gianella's stream. She makes sure she cuts off just in time. She's an amazing personality, amazing artist, bubbly as you could imagine, and always smiling. You never see her down. Just an amazing person, Leela. Loved by many, and I love the artwork that she comes up with. Often she's on during my time of work, but fortunately it's closer to the end where sometimes I can get out and just have a look, put on the headphones, and
I'll often just listen and not even be in the chat or watch. I just love the sound of her voice.
yeah.
It's such a comforting sound.
It's unique
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super unique.
Let's get back into Crimson Crux. And you can introduce this next song because I screwed up the whole.
At this point, I'm
video.
scared to introduce this one. So we think this one's Bad Day. So
By process of elimination.
Yeah,
How did I screw up the order?
if it's not, I'm.
Well, I
I'm
guess
just
I know the answer
close
to
the
that.
computer right now.
All right, let's do. Oh, Vince just went live. I saw Hippies. Can you post the link for me, JJ? Thank you. Let's do this. All right,
Great.
you get to introduce it. Keep your mic on. All right.
Let's see. Nervous.
Yep.
Here we go. And this one is back.
I woke up on the wrong side of my head again today. I'm tired of being pushed around and told just to obey. Every day they tell me what to think and what to say. My brain is fried, my hands are tied. They say I'm mad, she's so insane. Give me a minute and I'll be okay. It's just a bad day. Give me a minute and I'll be okay. Staring at the wall again, just can't take anymore. I'm tired of being pushed around, just stepped on and ignored. I woke up on the wrong side of my head again today. I close my eyes and realize it's alright, I'm not insane. Give me a minute and I'll be okay. It's just a bad day. Give me a minute and I'll be okay. I'm not insane. Give me a minute and I'll be okay. It's just a bad day. Give me a minute and I'll be okay.
Me unmute. I just
Yeah, we
Wanna
just
just
unmuted at the same time. I almost did that too. So we're on the
I
same
like how
page.
he strapped his hands.
What?
why does it have to be 9 o'clock?
We just got that.
It stayed on.
Yeah,
Barely.
that's
It's moved back about 4 inches.
You can see the hair all came out now.
dude, that hair has a mind of its own. Like,
shit.
you can see, like the headband is looking. Oh man.
Rocket
Hugh?
tunes.
Isn't that amazing, Hugh?
Man, thank you guys.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That one was
You-
so. That was the first one that we wrote for this new album.
Thanks,
so
Leela. Yeah.
That was such a. We had a blast. We had a blast writing that one.
Yeah.
Well, that's you guys again. Welcome to this beautiful community.
Thank you.
Once again,
Thank you.
Pete Johns bringing in another all-star. Couple
That's
of
where it started.
all-stars. Yeah,
There you go.
And, yeah, between Pete Johns, 15th Bend, Thomas Christ, and Metalhead Hippie.
Yes. Yep.
We're just blessed with all these new artists.
Oh, and I don't mean to
You
be
guys
going
are-
full 15th bend tonight. Like I was telling Frank a couple days ago, my eyes are. I mean, they know my health situation and what happened several years ago, but my eyes are super bloodshot and red. all the time. So
I was hoping you'd mention that. I didn't want to bring it up.
I mean, here I am. You know, I got my black shirt on, my sunglasses, like you know,
Rockstar.
He's going the full 15th
like,
bend. I love it.
Yeah, no, my eyes they're bloodshot and tired all the time when I take them off. Like I was telling you, I had that one little kid one time after one of her dance recitals. You stoned? I'm like, I'm not stoned. My eyes are.
I just look like it.
My eyes are sensitive, and so yeah, that's why these are prescription and blue block protection. So I'm not trying to be, you know, a rock star over here or anything.
Play it, rock star.
He is.
Play it right.
He is, right.
I'm the most extroverted introvert like you'll ever find. Like I can be gregarious, but leave me alone. Like so, it
wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for all the dang people.
Yeah, People is just not. It's hard for me. People are hard.
Hey, but worth it.
Well, that's awesome. Go ahead, Folkman.
I was going to say that's because most people on Earth aren't the people we have in this community. If the world was like this community.
This community has been so. We just want to thank everybody on all the channels. You know, starting off with Pete, Thomas has been fantastic too. Yeah. Jeff always has really nice things to say, and he's just the most laid back, cool dude. Like I said, Pete's where it all started. I've been watching his videos since 2018, and then for some reason when Frank got on, like you could. It's perfect, the name of your show, right? The Community Pulse, because I mean Frank really is. I know it's easy to sit here and like just throw flatteries at each other and everybody, you know, but it's. I think there's a lot of honesty, and I think there's a lot of truth in what's being said, and that, you know, with Community Pulse, you know, from the first time we got on with Pete, you got that sense instantly. Like Frank is respected. People genuinely love Frank, and they love JJ. They love you guys, and you guys have been extremely gracious and nice to us in the community. Every time the song plays, I was telling you guys a couple of days ago, being Christian, coming from, you know, kind of that scene like in the 90s and moving forward, it's like we were never really accepted in the Christian community, because back then, you know, having a leather jacket, you know, piercings, long hair, and like I was telling you guys, our church was great and there are lots of good people, you know, but we weren't accepted there, but we also weren't accepted, outside of the Christian community either, because we were Christian. So we kind of had that striper complex going on, where it was just really hard for us to find a place to fit in. And so we just kind of wrote what we wrote. And I'm used to submitting our stuff and getting just, you know, like you were mentioning with the Spotify playlist, right? Like the curators, you know, we just came off of that again with this new album, and it was, you know, all misses, but, you know, that's fine. And when we jumped in this community, it was a lot of love and appreciation, and just respect, and just it was like an after party, right? You jump on the chat and it's like an after party. Everybody's laid back. They're just, you can imagine everybody just sitting back on their couch, just having a conversation, playing cards, or, you know, music comes on, good things to say. And that's how we felt right off the bat when we jumped into this community. Just a lot of extremely talented. As eclectic as it is, it's unbelievably talented, and probably one of the best scenes and one of the best experiences that I think I've had doing this over the past, I want to say 20 years, 25 years, like in different scenes. This is one of the friendliest and best accepting scenes that I've experienced. So I just thank you to everybody. You guys are fantastic.
This is the place.
This is the place. I mean, this is the best thing that happened to me. You know, there's the tragedy of COVID. This is a positive that came out of it. I'm one of the firm believers that everything happens for a reason. God works in mysterious ways. We're not going to get too spiritual, but I'm just blessed to be here. And like I said, this community post means the world to me. I've been working on it. I've got 10 pages here maybe more. And it was a little easier this week, and I want to continue to do this. I know DJ Big Red is going to come up with a few things to support this show. He's working on something. God bless. And anybody who wants to participate, any ideas, I'm open to suggestions. This is for the community. This is for all of us. And so great to meet you both. And let's not be strangers. And like I said, I like your idea of what we spoke about between us three. And really consider the Camp Gmail thing. Send them an email. And let's do that. I'm looking forward to listening to more of both of your music. So glad to meet you, Tanya.
So glad to meet you guys.
And everybody, if you see Crimson Crux on 80s, it's me. Like I mean, she's busy doing real estate, and teaching Zumba, and so it's me. And so it was really nice her coming back. Small, Mrs. Crux actually got to, her name's Tanya. She actually got to,
Hi, everybody, for the first
long A, Tanya, not Tanya.
like Tanya Tucker.
Yeah. So it was cool for her to kind of jump on and go, hey, here's what she looks like. Here's her voice, so.
Excellent. Beautiful.
You guys are a team. We wouldn't want just half of it.
Yeah. It's without her, it's not a good team. Like, it's just, it's not good.
On a side note, we've been doing music together for 13, I think.
Yeah.
And this is the first time that we've had a community support us like this, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we could, but I'm sad to hear because you guys deserved it before this.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. You have been awesome and really supportive. I really appreciate it. I may not get to be there live, but he tells me all about it, so I appreciate you all.
I tried, it was more like she came in, and when the chat started going, I started, oh, that's the DJ. Oh, that's Lori. That's like, I'm trying to point out everybody. I'm like, I probably should introduce you before. I'm trying to get through the list, and I'm like, that's so and so. That's so and so. Oh, that's AB freaking metal right there. Just going through the list. And,
You say I was telling Lori, and she's like, who's Lori?
Yeah. I'm like, let me introduce you a little bit. So it I don't look bad. Like I haven't introduced you to anybody on here, but no, I've absolutely been, lacking in that. So, but we appreciate it, man. Frank, JJ, you guys are so fun to be around. And, don't,
a blast.
Don't be strangers. JJ, I'll shoot you my, text.
Excellent.
And I'm glad you set up the StreamYard. You didn't need my help. Excellent.
That was I was pleasantly surprised because when I set it up, I'm like, oh, this is we're gonna tank. Like this is gonna be horrible because every time I do anything technologically, it fails every. I don't know about you, but
that's the story of my life.
Whenever we go through the album upload process, it never goes smooth. Something always glitches or something always happens, especially when we're tracking, and it drives me nuts.
You should write a song about that.
Yeah, ooh, there you go.
We did, and we're remixing and remastering it, so keep an eye out for that. The algorithm's not going to like it. The algorithm's not going to like this because it does talk about it.
I love it.
So, and Jeff, keep tuned because I'm probably submitting this one to you for your month of metal, which I was a little confused on. That Frank cleared up, so.
Yeah, it's going to be a remix.
Yeah.
All right. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Again, in the chat, I'm not going to bother going through from the top to bottom, but I see so many of you have stuck through from start to finish. Thank you, Kurt. And let's get, I know you're co-hosting the Camp Gmail show. If you want to reach out to Gary and let him know that maybe there's a spot, if he leaves a spot open, Kentucky area you're from. I don't know what time zone that works for Camp G because he works it through time zones. Looking forward to watching you guys do something live. That would be really cool. And we continue to grow together. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for coming out. This means a lot to me. And love all you artists and all you music supporters out there. And once again, great to meet you. Thank you, JJ, for an amazing job with co-hosting because I wouldn't have been smart enough to come up with all those nice, intelligent questions, and very good. Awesome. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
You guys rock.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone in the chat.
Nice
And I'll
to meet you
remember
all.
to turn off, end the stream this time.
Yeah, you may be with everybody may be with us for the next
I
3
walked
hours.
away last time and I
mean,
realized,
it's, you
oh
know,
shit.
Stay tuned. I mean,
Bye.
Have a great night.
bye everybody.
Peace.